All right, this leads this hour. The ANC's Integrity Commission will today present its report on the Phala Phala saga to the party's NEC. This comes just a week before the ANC heads to the National Elective Conference. The Integrity Commission has met with President Cyril Ramaphosa on 2 occasions after the Section 89 panel found that the president may have something to answer to over the theft at his game farm. So what can we expect today? To help us unpack this, I'm joined by eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge. Sipa, what can we expect from NASREC today exactly?
Well, today's NEC meeting will deal with a number of logistical issues that have got to do with the ANC's preparations and logistics for the upcoming National Congress, which is about 7 or 8 days away from now. Then in the afternoon, after lunch, the most crucial part, which President Cyril Ramaphosa will hope it will not come through in a negative light for him. And that is the presentation by the ANC's Integrity Commission. They will be tabling their reports. It's a number of reports. That NEC meeting is continuing behind me. Teddy will show you the visuals of the security that are manning the gate. There are also other NEC members that are still trickling in, but a number of them are already inside, including President Cyril Ramaphosa. So the first part of the meeting will be presided over by the president of the ANC delivering his remarks. They will engage with those remarks. Then the committee that deals with preparing for the conference will present, and they will engage with those presentations. Yesterday there was a National Working Committee meeting of the ANC looking at the issue of the conference itself. So they will be dealing with logistics and preparations for the conference, and then in the afternoon the Integrity Commission will come and present a number of reports. It's expected that one of those reports will have to do with President Cyril Ramaphosa over Phala Phala. Now, after that, the expectation is that the ANC will communicate the decision of the NEC meeting. But take a listen to what Pule Mabe, who speaks on behalf of the ANC, had to say about the reports of the Integrity Commission and when they expect the meeting to wrap up.
You see, with the Integrity Commission, we wouldn't know exactly what report is coming at that time, because their reports don't come to the NWC. So we took a decision as the NWC that reports of the Integrity Commission must rather come straight to the NEC for processing and finality. So they are sitting with a number of outstanding reports. Some of the issues are referred to them by provinces, which we would not know about up until such time that we receive their reports. So if I've got a sense of the reports that are serving, say by when we go on lunch, we can just come in and place them on record. We are trying to avoid leaks. So where possible, we'll try and speak on our own behalf. So we'll get those reports and then we'll just indicate.
And Sipa, if you could just help me understand something. I do remember when we were in NASREC in July for the policy conference, the Integrity Commission had already stated that it's meeting with President Cyril Ramaphosa to investigate the Phala Phala and the theft there. What difference is it now? What happened then that is going to happen differently today? And why did it take them up to 5 months to be able to come up with this report?
The report that they will table today is expected to be the final report. In July, during the policy conference, they had a preliminary report and they were still expecting to go through what was submitted to them and finalize their report. So this report is final. They were examining 2 things basically. Did the Phala Phala theft scandal bring the ANC into disrepute? If the answer is yes, then what would have been the role of the party president, Cyril Ramaphosa, and what remedial action they can recommend to the NEC to say, this is what we have found. The Phala Phala scandal has brought the ANC into disrepute, and therefore we recommend that this action be taken. If they find that there was no disrepute that was brought to the ANC by this scandal, then they can make their recommendation. But many people are anticipating that there is likely going to be a negative finding against the president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa. In the past, the Integrity Commission has said that the main reason it took months to finalize this report is that they were unable to meet with President Cyril Ramaphosa in a manner and speed that they would have wanted to have those meetings. In other words, they said it took time for him to come and discuss this matter with them. And remember, they met with him twice. So first instance, they met, they adjourned the meeting. Second time around, they met after months. Then they had those discussions. There were reports that they felt undermined by the allegations that the president of the ANC came to the meetings with lawyers, and also, according to them, he took time to come and answer to them. That's why it took so long for them to finalize the report. But to answer your question very briefly, today matters because the expectation is that they will present the final draft of the report with recommendations based on the findings.
And Sipa, just speaking about, them saying they felt disrespected because the president took a while to arrive and he arrived with his lawyers when he eventually did, etc. A lot of political analysts, and I don't know if you can tell me of any of the conversations you've had with them, have been saying the ANC's Integrity Commission has no backbone. It doesn't really have the power to be able to, make sure that the NEC takes the recommendations that they have in their reports.
And that is based on the fact that in the past, some people have ignored the findings of the Integrity Commission. Not all the recommendations have been implemented. Some people have said that it's a toothless committee or commission of the ANC because it doesn't matter what it does. People openly disregard the findings and there is nothing that is done beyond that. So that criticism about the ANC's Integrity Commission stems from the fact that in the past their recommendations and the remedial action that they would have recommended has been ignored by some of the people implicated there. I'm trying to move away from this shot to check what is happening behind me because there are some NEC members that keep on coming to attend the meeting, but it seems most of them are inside. So yes, there has been that criticism that even if these findings are tabled today, the recommendations are tabled, you are likely going to get a sense if the report, let's say for argument's sake, is negative against President Cyril Ramaphosa of the ANC. His supporters are already saying he can take it on review, or rather he can take it on appeal within the ANC structures. So therefore, you get a sense that no matter what happens today, if it's negative against the president, he will take it on appeal. Therefore, his supporters are saying it will not dent his political chances going to the conference. There are those who are saying, hang on, but in the past it has been said before in the ANC that if the Integrity Commission finds against you, you have a right to take it on appeal, but you have to step aside. Whether that will happen or not, it remains to be seen. And I guess that will determine the powers of the ANC's Integrity Commission into saying how well respected is the Integrity Commission within the ANC structures itself. All of that is based on previous experiences because it has been openly defied before.